Okay, so unprecedented drought is being seen in Yemen and Iraq. If I if I take the Indian subcontinent, then there is a part that is western to the Tigris and Farhat River. There are India is in I believe it India is in five parts. One part is between Nile River and Tigris and Farhat River. One region is between Tigris and Farhat River and Indus River. One section is between Indus River and Brahmaputra River, and one section is between Brahmaputra River and the Mekong River. That covers completely the western side. So we can say because the Mekong River it go and meet the sea in the Vietnam. That is the eastern most eastern of the Indian. So more or less we can say we can divide the Indian subcontinent into four parts. Into four parts. Okay, historically, the western part that is near to the Farhat River, Arabian world, that is called Shatrughan region, and between the Tigris, Farhat, and Indus River, that region is called Lakshman River, Lakshman region, and between Indus River and Brahmaputra River, that is called Bharat region, and between Brahmaputra region and Mekong River, that is called Ram River. Ram was the elder son of King okay, Dasarath. Okay, so still the region between Brahmaputra and Indus, still it is known as Bharat. Still, okay, because that is the region that was ruled by King Bharat earlier in the Ramayana period. All four brothers they had got different reasons, and this region came to King Bharat, and still that region is called Bharat. This region is named Bharat. This region is not called Ram. Ram region is eastern to the Brahmaputra river, and that region is still called Ram. If we see the king of Thailand, I believe Ram 16 or something. I say not say something because it's a very pious name. So the king of Thailand now he is Ram. Some number is there. He is descendant of King Ram. So that region is also known as Siam River. Siam region, Sita and Ram River. Okay, Siam River region. Whatever present day is in India right now, it is called King Bharat region. Still, it is called Bharat. And Indus River. That's why I say Punjab is part of India. Punjab is part of Bharat. Western to Indus, they have separate culture called Iranian Plateau. People consider the western of Indus River is Iranian Plateau. Means that is the culture of Afghanistan and culture of Balochistan. That is not similar to Pakistan culture, Punjab culture. Punjab culture is exactly same as the we are seeing the villages of Punjab in the social media. It is exactly same as anyone can see villages of the India. Same. The people living style, everything is exactly same. Okay, but western to the Indus River, that Afghanistan and Balochistan, they are considered as Iranian plateau. Their living style and everything is similar to Iran, and that region is called region of King Lakshman. Okay, still people find name as Lakman and those kind of things. In Muslim name also, Lakman and like that. And the region that is Farad and Tigris till the Nile Delta in Egypt, that region is called Shatrughan region, and that is the westernmost region. That is the kind of anyway. This is how it is. Okay, what is the new tendency now? New tendency is that to understand that region that is called Arabic world also, Arabic Peninsula, Arabic world. That is the region that is west to the Tigris River. Means Iraq onwards till the Egypt, northern part of the Egypt. Whole region is called Arabic world. It is Arab. Arab is derived from name called Arab. Arya become Arab and Arab become Arab. Means it is a kind of someone can say it is a broken or a misinterpreted name, and it is Arab. So Arab world, Arab world. So Arab world nowadays it is known for crude oil and liquefied natural gas. People take out natural gas and they liquefy it and then they sell it anywhere. Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar, UAE, Saudi Arabia, Iraq, all are in Kurdistan region, everywhere it is crude oil and natural gas. People are thinking this region is a kind of a crude oil region. Okay, there is no agriculture or something like that. I was doing a kind of some kind of study on it. Anyway, right now, it region is going through drought now. Iraq is going through full-fledged drought, and Yemen is going through full-fledged drought now. Drought is prevailing in this area. Okay, and it is a matter of concern now. First, then people would think that this reason how the people they eat, if everyone is involved in crude oil, then what they eat? Then they import food from India. This is what generally people understand. Okay, this may be true now, and it may be true in the past also, because paddy is the cultivate paddy crop generally it is found only in Nile Delta. Paddy, Nile paddy or Egyptian paddy is very famous. Otherwise, full region is famous for maize and millet only. So to eat paddy, they are dependent upon the Bharat region. Bharat region. Otherwise, but nowadays, first of all, the agriculture is going down in this region because of the culture of oil. And when the drought has arrived in Iraq and Yemen, then people are thinking about it. What is this region is about? Is there any agriculture? Consider that food will not come from India. Then these people would die. Because if someone see the Saudi Arabia, they are importing food. If someone see Kuwait, they are importing food. If someone see Iraq, they are importing food. If someone see Oman, they import food. If someone is in Yemen, they import food. Somebody is in Jordan, Syria, Israel, and then Lebanon, all import food. Means historically, if food is not getting imported due to some reason, then will they die? This is the question now. Will they die if food will not come? If crude oil does not come from this side to India, people in India, they will be, their condition will be bad. Okay, because right now people are completely dependent upon the crude oil, and these people are completely dependent upon the food. Scenario is different. But 100 year back, till 100 year back, when there was no crude oil, means these people were not selling crude oil, then where from they were purchasing the food grain? Or they had food grain kind of scenario earlier, they had agriculture earlier. I was trying to make a list of country in the Middle East, and I was trying to see rainfall out there, then arable land, cultivating land, and then their population density, and what they cultivate. What is the natural agricultural scenario of the Middle East country? We have talked about Iraq already. What about all the country? What is the feasibility of producing cereal and food grain out there? What people were doing prior to 100 years? Okay, prior to 100 years, they were getting spices and paddy from India. That is true. But if they do not get them, if India faces drought or something like that, or there is some problem while in transportation, then will they die? Certainly not. They will not die. Okay, why they will not die? I have some kind of study in this arena. Okay, I made a table. I made a table of all the countries in Middle East. These countries are Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Yemen, Syria, Oman, Lebanon, UAE, Bahrain, Qatar, Kuwait, Jordan, Iraq, Israel, and Palestine. 4, 4, 8, 10. And there are 15 countries in the Middle East. All are Muslim country, all except Israel. Okay. And now, if then I made a table of rainfall, how much rain it fall in this region, and arable area, how much area is cultivating in kilometer square, and their population density, and what crop they are taking. Okay, scenario. Anyway, if I talk about Egypt, then All over Egypt, if I take average rain, then it is 18 millimeter per year. That is extremely less. But Egypt is only 1% of Egypt is arable. 3%, only 3%. That is Nile Delta, north to the Al Qahira. Otherwise, south to Al Qahira is full desert. It doesn't rain out there. If it rain in Alexandria kind of arena, north to Al Qahira, then average will become very less. Whatsoever. It is 18. It is 18 millimeter per year. That is very less. India is more than 100 centimeter per year. India average is more than 100 centimeter per year. Here 18 millimeter per year, 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter. Saudi Arabia. If I talk about the Egypt, then rainfall is 18. Okay, if I talk about Saudi Arabia, rainfall is 59 millimeter. Turkey rainfall is 593 millimeters. So it rains in Egypt. Okay. If I talk about Yemen, 167 millimeter. If I talk about Syria, 252 millimeter. If I talk about Oman, 125 millimeter. Lebanon, 661 millimeter. In Lebanon, it rains more than Turkey. Though Lebanon is a very small country, not even like a district of India, Lebanon. But it rains 661 millimeter. It rains a lot there. UAE 78 millimeter, Bahrain 83 millimeter against around 200 centimeter in India. Okay, Qatar 74 millimeter, Kuwait 121 millimeter, Jordan 111 millimeter, Iraq 216 millimeter, 21 centimeter. Israel 434, means looks like Israel, Lebanon, okay, Syria, more or less this region it rains. Palestine 402 millimeter, when it rains in Palestine, Israel, and Lebanon. That region it rains nicely. Okay, if we talk about the arable area means cultivating area. Then Egypt has 40,310 kilometer square area where cultivation can happen, and it is 3% of the total country area. If I talk about Saudi Arabia, then 4,350 square kilometer area is cultivating, and that is 1.6% of the total country, Saudi Arabia. If we talk about Turkey, then 2 lakhs 9,211 square kilometer is cultivating area. 200,000 square kilometer is the cultivating area. That is 26% of the country. Means Turkey agriculture is there. But Turkey is a hilly region. It is end of the western Himalaya. Yemen, Yemen, if we see Yemen, 234,000 square kilometer is the cultivating area. That will come as 2.4%. I'm suspectable about Yemen because it is showing very high whatsoever. It will not be that much the way it is looking. Only 2.4% of the area of Yemen is cultivating. Anyway, if I talk about Syria, then 44,000 square kilometer area is cultivating. That is 23% of the area. Syria agriculture is there. So Syria agriculture is there, Turkey agriculture is there. If I talk about Oman, then 14,000 square kilometer area is cultivating area. That is around 1%. So Oman, there is no agriculture. Lebanon, then 1,356 square kilometer is cultivating area, and that makes 13% of the country. 13%. Still, we cannot say it is a highly agricultural country, but it is far better than 1% that other country has. United Arab Emirates, it has 3,912 square kilometer area as cultivating area. That is around 1% only. Bahrain, 81 square kilometer is the cultivating area. That is again around 1% only. Qatar, 71 square kilometer is the cultivating area, and it is 1.8%, nothing. Kuwait, 71 square kilometer area, and 0.4% it is the cultivating area of the total land. So nothing. Jordan, 10,000 square feet, 10,230 square kilometer is the cultivating agricultural area. That is 2.3% of the total area, so nothing. Iraq, 94,240 square kilometer is the arable land that constitutes 22% of area. So Iraq is an agricultural country. Israel, 6,435 square kilometer is the area that is cultivating, and that is 17% of the area. Okay, if I take Palestine, then around 14% of the area is cultivating. Anyway, that is the scenario. Okay, what is the population? What is the population and population densities of this country? Then Egypt has population of around 12 crore people and population density is 118 people per square kilometer. Saudi Arabia means wherever agriculture is there in Egypt, their population density is very high. Saudi Arabia, 3.4 crore people live and 16 people per square kilometer. Turkey, 8.7 crore people live. 1 crore is 10 million. 8.7 crore people live and 112 people per square kilometer. They live in the Turkey. Yemen, 4.1 crore people live in Yemen, very high population. And 79 people per square kilometer they live. Syria, 20 Syria 2.5 crore people live, 2.5 crore, and 138 people per square kilometer is the population density. Oman, 54 lakhs people live, and 18 is the density. There is no agriculture there. Lebanon, 58 lakhs people live, and 560 people per square kilometer they live. United Arab Emirates, 1.1 crore people live and 136 people live in 1 square kilometer. Bahrain, 16 lakhs people live and 2,148 people live in 1 square kilometer. This is pure the kind of crude oil country, no, or natural gas. Qatar, 31 lakhs is the population and 269 people live in 1 square kilometer. Kuwait, 50 lakhs is the population and 282 people live in 1 square kilometer. Jordan, 1.1 crore people live in Jordan and 129 people live in 1 square kilometer. Iraq, 4.7 crore people live and 79 people live in 1 square kilometer. Israel, close to 1 crore people live, 95 lakhs, and 458 people live in 1 square kilometer. Palestine, around 55 lakhs people live, and 899 people live in 1 square kilometer. So what we saw is Turkey, Iraq, Egypt, Syria, and Lebanon. Here agriculture is there. Otherwise, agriculture is not there right now. So in Turkey, hazelnut, apricot, raisin, wheat, and cotton they take as agricultural product. Iraq, wheat, barley, dates, little bit rice or corn they take as food grains. Egypt, rice. Main in Egypt, rice, maize, and wheat. Syria, wheat and barley. Whereas Lebanon, primarily fruits. So Lebanon and Turkey, primarily fruits they take. Whereas Iraq, Egypt, and Syria, they get the food grains. And primarily Egypt as rice. Whereas in Iraq, they get the wheat dough. Wheat, barley, and corn, maize, and millet they give. So it is more or less agriculture is going down in the Saudi Arabia in Arabia Peninsula because of the dry region is growing because of the crude oil extraction. Focus is on crude oil. Otherwise, looks like this full region is self-sustained region. Self-sustained region. They have rice, they have wheat, they have fruits, they have maize and millet, everything with them. Probably they will not have that much diversity what India has, but they are self-sustained. India has 60% of its land as cultivating land, very high, very high. Bharat region. So if this Saudi Arabian Peninsula, if they now also if they focus on agriculture, at least they are self-sustained and they will not see any hunger the way we are seeing in the Yemen right now. Anyway, Gaza Strip is a forced by hunger. Otherwise, this region is a self-sustained region.